To this day. To this day.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Let's move on now. We done did what we watching. Let's jump right into this 6ix9ine stuff, right?
Woo! Yes,
This nigga
sir.
wanna start hating already, man.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
See what I'm saying? But nobody said anything. And then they wonder why they say they on this nigga dick, bro. Like, these niggas ready. They got the pom-poms ready.
Don't say y'all. I ain't do nothing.
Listen to before anybody say anything. Oh.
It was Stone. It was Stone.
So let me start the conversation off by playing the video he released.
He is grabbing the nigga's ass.
So 6ix9ine was released due to coronavirus. He got out early due to that, but he's gonna get out anyway. Just let him out a little bit earlier. And he on May 8th, everybody was talking about May 8th. He gonna drop a video.
I tell a nigga don't dick ride, don't blink ride, leave it to the double thick thighs, twin sisters. Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
All the songs sound the same.
Play me like a
I told niggas that, man. But
Hell no, all of them are different.
all of them
How?
are different, you know.
All of them is different. Cuda don't sound nothing like this.
So this shit dropped. Internet went crazy. That nigga
Broke the internet.
He got like 55 million views in like a couple hours. That's how crazy niggas was going over this. And not everybody was happy about him coming home. Couple niggas had some things to say. They weren't too happy about his return. And one of them niggas is Meek Mill, man. Meek Mill came out and said, I hope that rat going live to apologize to people he told on or the victim. So he was not happy about that. You know, he's like, he should apologize for snitching. He was saying a rat killed Nipsey Hussle. Why we supporting these rats out here? Snoop Dogg said something similar to that. Let's see. I think I got it. Here it is right here. Gotta stop pushing these rats. All these media outlets making snitching cool. I'm old school. Fuck 6ix9ine. And everybody pushing him. So yeah. I mean, of course, 6ix9ine, he responded back with a little bit trolling. Imagine having a newborn baby and you thinking about a Mexican with rainbow hair. That's basically what he said.
That's facts. That's facts.
So not everybody was happy about his him coming out. People thought that since he was a snitch, nobody was gonna support him, but they were wrong. Everybody came out, supported that nigga, and he back on top again. So how do y'all feel about all that information?
Bruh. So when it comes to Snoop Dogg, nobody cares what Snoop Dogg says. Like nobody gives a fuck what that old ass nigga say. When it comes to Meek Mill was the main nigga arguing. I think he's a hypocrite because he was the main nigga arguing for justice reform and changing all this, that, and the third and whatnot when he was in jail. But then he come out still rapping about gang, gun life, shooting niggas, fucking selling drugs, toting this. So regardless, and that whole comparison between a rat that killed Nipsey has nothing to do with 6ix9ine. It has nothing to do with that at all. Like I don't even know why he made that comparison. So I don't care what Snoop says. I don't care what Meek says. And they just like, I'm not saying they're mad because he's popping, but they're mad because when the nigga was in jail, they wasn't saying a word. But the second the nigga got out of jail, they hurt. For some weird reason. I don't understand.
Okay. So you think Meek Mills was out of pocket for saying that? Like a lot of people attack Meek Mill. They like, what this nigga talking about 6ix9ine? Why Meek Mill talking about 6ix9ine? Everybody was like,
I mean, it's just like Meek Mill. For one, we don't like. I'm not like we don't care what you say. You can say whatever you say. Everybody got
Hold on.
opinion.
Let's do this. Let's cut it out. Is niggas are the number one people that be saying that we should be ignoring these niggas and yet still give this nigga attention, give all the attention more than what he wants, man. We be giving the attention to Bad Baby. We be giving the attention to niggas that we really shouldn't be wasting our energy on. So I don't know why these niggas complaining about this nigga.
It's entertainment, man.
You're only making them bigger. You're only making them bigger by acknowledging and talking about that.
You don't think that
so y'all actually working counter? You don't think what?
You don't think that I mean, Meek Mill really about that street shit, that street code? Not snitching, man.
No,
not anymore.
That nigga was in court
talking
about, please, I'm being mistreated, man. Please, please.
That ain't the same.
I want to get out of jail, please.
That ain't the same, man.
What you talking about? How you argue for justice reform and then go back to making music about doing gang shit?
I mean, how niggas? I mean, you could do both. Like everybody understands that music is entertainment nowadays, and not everything that these rappers, these artists say necessarily is the truth. It's all about the vibe and the feeling that the music is.
You see how he's pushing the whole narrative.
This is all pretty clear, and y'all niggas a little biased because y'all fucking 6ix9ine fans.
Oh, here we go.
As a nigga who's not even really a Meek Mill fan. But he's from Philly. The whole reform thing had nothing to do with him actually committing crimes when he was younger, or prior to that third strike.
That was like 15 years ago.
He got all that from missing probation. That was the big thing. It was like the system shouldn't be set up to where a nigga can get years for missing probation. And the reason he missed probation was a legitimate one, I think. Like it wasn't like he just didn't want to go. Like. But that 3-strike system is kind of fucked up. It doesn't really benefit. It doesn't. I don't know. It's yeah, right.
Yeah.
It sets people up to fail, basically.
Right.
Like you can get put away for the rest of your life for making a few mistakes.
Right.
And it's easier to go back to jail once you've already been in it, and that's how they like it.
Yeah, because it's hard to get a job. It's set against you, so you got no choice but to do criminal activity again.
Right. So I mean, him fighting the case don't got nothing to do with the fact that the system is fucked up, and neither does him talking about like doing crimes and shit like that. Which as much as I've seen, I'm sure he's probably released tracks where he says like, "Oh, I'm shooting niggas, yada yada." But for the most part, he talks about a lot of his shit has been retrospective. A lot of his shit has been like, "I've been through this," or "I've been to this area," or "Me and my niggas out here doing this, that, and the third." Like, but it ain't. It's all about. Very, very rarely do I see a track from him that's like, I'm currently selling drugs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't seen some shit like that from him.
Philly, why is a 30-some-year-old man rapping about something he did when he was 18, 19?
Jay-Z do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was, I don't know if it was exactly 18, 19. What I'm saying is like, it's a very common thing. Like most of these niggas like Rick Ross and shit like that, Rick Ross probably never did this shit. So maybe that's not the best. A lot of rap usually is about talking about experiences and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, and then how you going then criticize a nigga who's rapping about shit he did when he was 19, but you gas a nigga like 6ix9ine who never did this shit. Like,
yeah.
He rapping about an imaginary life. It's kind of like as long as it sounds good, let it rap.
Look. I enjoy 6ix9ine music because of the way it sounds, right?
Awesome.
When rappers rap about doing drugs, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about that.
6ix9ine raps about that shit.
I think they exaggerate.
I don't give a fuck if a nigga sold drugs. I don't care if a nigga sold drugs. I don't care if a nigga caught him. I don't care. I do not. That don't.
You care how it sounds. You care how it sounds.
I care how it sounds.
Exactly. But in that regard, then don't criticize this nigga Meek Mill for talking about all this shit.
But Meek Mill putting his opinion into a conversation when it's not warranted.
But here's my thing. 6ix9ine tried to get out of jail, and now he just released a track talking about shooting a nigga. He said, "I don't fight, I shoot niggas." He don't do none of that. And it's kind of like, if the lyrics don't matter, and it's about the quality of music, then judge Meek Mill based off the quality of his music, not his lyrics. If like keep it consistent across the board, and if you don't,
but we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the music.
If you don't care what Meek Mill gotta say personally, then that's your own right. But I think it's kind of to call him a hypocrite is to be like, okay, maybe sure, but then like look who you support. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm supporting 6ix9ine because one, I like his music, and two, anybody would have done that if they were in the same situation.
Okay, but just understand that he does the shit that you're kind of admonishing Meek Mill for, but he actually does it. Like he actually lies and is a hypocrite.
Okay.
And snitches on niggas on top of all that. And all I'm saying is, and that whole Nipsey Hussle thing he brought up, where he was like, Nipsey Hussle got killed by a rat. He literally, the dude shot Nipsey because Nipsey was like, yo, didn't you rat? Like, didn't you snitch or something like that? Like, I think he was questioning him about it.
Yeah.
And then the dude left, came back, shot Nipsey. So yeah,
But
he did get killed by a rat.
But imagine, look, that happened. Yes. If Meek didn't, that has nothing to do with nothing. Like 6ix9ine ain't gonna kill no.
Everything to do with, because
that
it's
has
like
nothing to do with nothing.
everybody just months ago, we was saying like, oh man, R.I.P. Nip, and now
Your shit
the
kind of
nigga
muffled,
who did
Philly.
this-
This shit coming in and out. You
Hold
might
on,
be laying
hold on
down
a
some
sec.
shit, nigga.
What about now? Any
It's,
good?
it's good right now, yeah.
All right, like we were saying R.I.P. Nip a year ago, and then to turn around and glorify a dude who did the same thing that the rat did, that other dude who snitched did not
No,
say I wouldn't snitch.
it's
Not to say I wouldn't snitch.
literally.
Huh?
It's not
Like,
the
it's-
6ix9ine didn't. Nobody 6ix9ine didn't go to somebody and then come back and kill nobody. Like that has nothing to do with nothing.
No, but he did snitch. Like,
Okay,
and
so just because a nigga snitched means that he killed a nigga. Like
No,
that don't make no.
I'm
Bro,
saying-
that don't make
I'm
no
saying
sense.
nobody-
There's no
nobody-
connection.
Yeah, I agree
hold
with
on,
Marcel.
nobody.
That's not
Hold
that
on, hold
much
up
of
a sec. Hold up a sec. Hold up a
Yeah.
sec. You just said something that nobody said. Like you said, this doesn't make any sense, but nobody said it. I hate when niggas do that. They said he said this and this, and that don't make sense. Nobody said that. He said a snitch killed Nipsey, and now
God.
a year later, y'all glorifying another.
Yo, look at this nigga Primo. This nigga dick riding hard.
What'd he say?
This nigga
That
said
nigga
literally no connection. Nip died because he disrespected the killer. That's his fault. Snitch or not.
No, listen. A year ago, a snitch kills Nip, and we saying R.I.P. Nip. Next year,
Okay.
a snitch gets out is the biggest thing in the country, music, at
Yeah.
this point in time.
Yeah, I
all he's saying,
yeah.
all he's saying is don't condemn a snitch one day and then glorify a snitch the next day.
Exactly.
That's
what
all
he's
I'm saying.
talking- Yeah.
And even if you don't see it the same way, I can see the comparison there. Obviously, 6ix9ine didn't kill Nip, but
he ordered a hit out on Chief Keef though.
the common
Try to
thread,
kill some nigga.
He did that.
the common thread is that they both rats. So, I mean, I get where he's coming from. He has somewhat of a point, but it's just like Tekashi didn't do none of that.
Yeah.
So it's not the fact that we're not mad at the dude for the dude who killed Nip for ratting. We're mad at him for killing Nip. So I get what he's saying though.
All right.
What the fuck my water bottle at?
All right. So let's talk about still on the 6ix9ine thing. How do y'all feel about him owning that though? He didn't come out and apologize.
What else?
What
else could he
That's the
possibly?
only
What else
way
you gonna
for him
do?
to
What
do
else
it.
could he possibly do?
You gotta own it.
I know, but I mean, this is the one thing I do like about his character. I don't fuck with all his songs because they sound the same to me, but I do fuck with his character, the rainbow shit, the tattoos, the over the top. I fuck with all that, and the fact that he owning this snitch shit with the rat mask, I fuck with that.
Fuck with him. That's why I think I fuck with him the most because he's exposing these like. I mean, I'm trying to find a proper way of saying like he exposing how these niggas really act. Because most of these niggas, because niggas complain about 6ix9ine snitching on his own. Oh, he a rat. He snitched on his own organization. There was rats in that organization before he even did it. So if y'all gonna talk about 6ix9ine snitching, he's just a part of a pool of other niggas that are snitching inside the gang in itself. So that nigga snitches. Go ahead.
I was gonna say ultimately, it seems like he didn't change. He's always, even before all this, he's been a troll. That was his appeal. He was a fucking troll. And he was like low-key Blueface type in the sense that he can't actually rap good. He's just like
No, wait, hold on. Blueface can't rap. 6ix9ine makes bangers.
No,
There's difference.
Blueface can kind of rap. It's just that a lot of times he chooses not to rap on beat, like on
And he
at
sounds like
rhythm
he's
with the
going through
beat.
puberty all the
Yeah, he
time.
can't rap on beat. That's Blueface, bro.
Blueface is
It's
ass.
not. I don't think Blueface can't rap on beat. Blueface chooses not to rap on beat, and that shit is. I think that they're both equally as good. Like Tekashi, all Tekashi really do. If you're an East Coast nigga, you know this shit. All Tekashi really do is rehash all of like the same NY raps, like New York raps, for the past decade. He rap exactly like a nigga from the early 2000s rap. Like same punchlines, same bars, it's the same shit. Like all New York niggas rap the same. And he a New York, I think he a New York nigga. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he's from that area. But if he don't, he's clearly been heavily influenced by niggas like who is it? Bush? Who dropped that shit? Damn, Annie Up, shit like that. Shit like that kind of.
I'm trying to
that
think.
Angry New York shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if the nigga was actually influenced by niggas like DMX.
He kind of like Onyx, DMX, that style of shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know what Onyx was when they did a Breakfast Club interview, so probably not Onyx.
But I think whether he knows it or not, or whether he admits to it or not, I think he's influenced by a lot of that kind of culture and shit. But yeah, he's always been a troll, so this just boosts him up, and I think
that's
niggas fuck with him.
Niggas like him, and that's the internet era. Like the more attention, the more he fuck around, because these niggas that he's insulting and calling bitches and shit like that are supposed to be like these hard street niggas.
Oh, MOP, Annie Up. Okay.
Yeah. And then
and he's punk, and it seems like he's punking them, or he seems like he's playing around with them because he's saying all this shit and he's getting away with it. That's the biggest thing.
I think we like, as a culture, we like, I was saying to Stone like yesterday, I think we like trolls, but we don't like to get trolled. Nobody likes to get trolled, but we really like trolls in this culture.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he is.
I mean, that's why 50 Cent, 50 Cent is one of the biggest trolls out there, man. So
yeah.
Yes, he is.
And the more people get angry by the shit that he does, about the antics that he has, the more he's going to succeed.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to rap good.
He don't need to. I don't know why niggas thought that he wasn't gonna have a career after like.
Makes bangers like 13 for 13.
His producer makes bangers.
Like these street niggas getting mad at him. Like he doesn't need the streets. Don't feed you. When have the streets ever? When has Post Malone ever need the streets to feed that nigga?
Exactly.
Once you get white people to like your music,
you're right.
It's over.
You don't need nobody else.
Over.
You're right.
You don't need black people to legitimize. You just need black people to somewhat legitimize you.
Yeah.
And then after that, once they give you the stamp,
he already got that. He already got it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
and then now he's good. Now he's gonna take all these white people to the bank with him.
That nigga 50 did a song.
That's
Everybody did a song.
That's what
with
he
him,
got to. The nigga make good. He make great club music, man.
You do.
Great club music.
The only thing is that generally our culture is pretty. The attention span is really short. So unless he keep doing like some crazy shit, he gonna become like mad obscure.
Philly. This is a 2.5, almost 3 year.
I think he already cemented his place in the
Understand.
This is almost almost 3 years.
Understand he was out of the picture for a minute and was only being kept alive.
Nigga still was talking about him.
But
what I'm saying,
look, his fame currently don't mean shit because at one point in time, MC Hammer was the shit, Vanilla Ice, all these niggas that were ridiculously famous. People thought they were gonna last forever. They get shit on now.
All I'm saying is this: if he were to just continue to release songs but not get in any more drama, he would fall into obscurity. He needs to continue to troll niggas, or else he's gonna lose that buzz.
Of course.
That's just how nobody fucks with him exclusively for his music. They fuck with his character. They fuck with him as a image.
Exactly.
So if he don't start trolling niggas or start saying that reckless shit, niggas gonna stop fucking with him, though.
Yeah, he needs.
He's like the same as Lil Pump to me. Like nobody really takes him.
No.
I see it.
He's bigger than Lil Pump.
He is bigger than Lil Pump. Yeah, that's true.
But Lil Pump does.
Lil Pump was.
And I feel like they
hit after hit after hit.
Little Pump was the biggest shit for a hot minute.
Really fucked with him.
But I'm saying
Lil Pump trash.
Lil Pump does what Tekashi does on a very small level, in the sense like he'll do some shit to keep his name in the news or on TMZ or whatever, like he did with that Ching Chong shit.
He shaved his eyebrows.
Oh my god.
Yeah, shit like that. Tekashi need to keep trending. That's how he gonna stay alive.
He can't not trend. Like this nigga knows.
No, he can. Trust me, man. I know it doesn't seem possible. Bro. Trust the old niggas, dog. I know it doesn't seem possible, but unless I'm not saying he can't. If anybody can do it, it's Tekashi. But he gotta keep doing trolly shit. Like he gotta keep walking through niggas' hoods.
Do you know how easy it is to troll a nigga? Like that is a technique that this nigga has mastered casually.
Okay, we gonna see.
Yeah, we gonna see.
I'm just saying, dog. If at any point if he stopped trolling niggas for like 6 months, he done. Like that's it. And understand niggas like this. He's creating a blueprint now. So I wouldn't be surprised if 6 months from now another like Tekashi replacement comes up and just doubles down on whatever Tekashi does. You never know, man.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Where the fuck Josh at? Oh, Tekashi, man.
Yeah,
Niggas fucking with.
Josh is the nigga that is the 6ix9ine expert out of all of us. You need to get that nigga.
Bro, I
that nigga Josh 6ix9ine.
That nigga 6ix9ine.
No, hold up. If Josh was here, Josh would say, "Hey man, he got more platinum records than DMX."
He better than Nas, Jay-Z.
This nigga already
He
actually
is better
might.
than Nas. He is better.
He not better than fucking Nas. What's this idiocy?
He got more hits.
He got more hits than Nas.
He not more. He never
He's
gonna
13
impact.
for 13.
No hits don't mean shit to me. They don't mean ass water. It don't mean nothing to me. How impactful are you? And Nas has more impact than anybody.
Impactful as of what, Bush?
Hold up.
As of the fact that niggas are using his quotes in they goddamn hooks and shit. They did an anniversary for an old ass album that came out in 1993.
Bush. That's not fair. I'm gonna be the first nigga to tell you that. So you comparing a nigga. We won't know Tekashi's legacy until years after like this point in time. The same way niggas wasn't quoting Nas when Nas dropped his shit.
Dog,
they was quoting him after the fact.
While Nas was still popping, that nigga Jay-Z sampled that nigga voice and put it in the record. Niggas was sampling him at the time when they were both peers.
That's when they started beefing.
When they were both fucking peers, dog.
You talking about Dead President?
And the nigga sampled himself and made a hit record.
Man,
and at the time, hip hop was not even. People didn't really consider hip hop really an art form at the time. Grammys weren't respecting it. Nobody was respecting hip hop. They are respecting it now. And thank Nas or people like him, Jay-Z, for putting that shit up there.
Bush, you can't retroactively.
So of course the new nigga gonna have more hits than the old nigga. Of course.
Hold up. No, that don't make no fucking Bush. You're saying a whole lot of bullshit right now.
How?
Number one, you comparing a nigga's legacy to what a nigga is currently. That's not fair.
No. First of all, look, like I stated earlier, at the time when Nas first came out and was still relevant, his peers were quoting his shit and using his shit as samples in their own songs, like Jay-Z did it in Dead President.
It was just Jay-Z. And
it was other
just
people
Dead
too.
Presidents. And that started their beef, didn't it? Didn't him getting sampled with Dead Presidents?
I thought something about him
like that started the beef?
Sleeping with his girl or something. I don't know. I forgot what started that shit.
Look, regardless, I'm just saying, like, I don't think that alone, like, makes. I get it. There was a big influence. He influenced a lot of the way people rap and shit like that. People always quoting him. Yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, man, I'm like, you gotta take your hat off to this nigga. Like, he doing some shit that's never been done before.
No, look, I think it's easy. It's easier now that hip hop is mainstream and popular. Hip hop is world renowned now. It's worldwide now.
Ultimately, just being a good rapper doesn't just. I will say that Nas is not probably, but a better technical rapper than Tekashi. But that's not.
We're comparing lyrical skill. Different genres. No. There are some genres of rap.
We compare an impact, and I don't think
you can't compare.
You can't because
Tekashi's legacy not even finished yet.
Look, we seen niggas like him pop and fizzle out very quickly. Is what I'm saying. I don't think. Because at the end of the day, it's the music that keeps niggas coming back, and not the trolling shit.
We never seen a nigga.
13, bro.
Bush, we never seen a nigga like Tekashi. Never.
We seen many niggas like Tekashi.
His songs, it's not like he's getting like one hit and then he's dipping. Like, this nigga's getting hits on the Billboard.
Back to back, bro.
But what do you consider? Yeah, these songs are popular. A lot of people fuck
They're
with
on
them.
the top 100 Billboard.
But a lot of niggas are on the top 100 Billboards. And that don't mean shit for them long term.
And understand, he's doing at least something for the culture. He has a lot of crossover.
Goddamn,
appeal.
Monique got an Oscar. How many movies that bitch been in?
It don't matter. Look,
shit,
Bush,
you good?
ultimately,
I fuck with Monique. I'm just saying.
If
Like,
you want
it
to talk
don't
about
mean
impact,
shit.
if you want to talk about impact, you got this nigga out here breaking records and shit on social media, which is the new thing. Social media is the new big thing. So, like, he is doing more than anybody in his generation right now. In his current generation. We're not talking about Jay-Z or Diddy or whatever. Like,
that nigga don't need
more than Drake.
Like niggas keep trying to bring up the technical
on
skills,
social
like,
media, yeah, more than Drake.
He trolled about fucking like lyrical rapping.
He don't make songs like that. He don't make songs for technical for you to be sitting there legendary.
It ain't. It ain't about being technical. Cause Tupac wasn't technical. Tupac wasn't really even a good rapper, but he inspired people. He moved people with what he was saying. You don't have to be super technical to get niggas to replay your song years later.
No, nah.
Niggas replay his songs all the time.
It ain't even so much about that. Tupac was different.
He was
Tupac
poetic.
he was an actor.
Storyteller.
Yeah, like he had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, but he wasn't like a technical artist.
But there were multiple facets around Tupac. Tupac wasn't just rapping Tupac. He was juice.
Yeah.
He was all that shit.
A lot of Tupac's appeal was the shit that he did outside of music too. Right. Similar to Tekashi. But I wouldn't compare the two.
I'm
just saying that
and it's not always just what you do with the music that counts, man. It's what you do inside that culture in itself that matters as well.
Aside from selling lots of records,
DJ Khaled, like
look. Aside from selling lots of records and trolling niggas, what impact will 6ix9ine have? How will he change the game?
There's no way we can tell that. There's no way we can tell that.
I don't fucking know.
I mean, look, because like as far as the rainbow hair color shit, Lil Yachty, fucking Uzi Vert, all them niggas got rainbow colored hair and shit. So I mean, what is his impact? What is he doing different from everybody else right now?
He's the
blueprint. He's trolling all these. He's trolling all these supposed hood ass niggas, punking these hood ass niggas that we've been making this image of, that like these hard ass niggas in rap, and really proving that they ain't really about what they be about on talking about. He's also making his bangers go on consecutively onto the billboards as well. So that shit's never happened before.
Look.
I personally think that in a way that Drake hasn't, he's mastered current social media as it pertains to rap.
Easily.
A lot of times niggas don't really get, like, rap niggas don't get social media. They get played by social media more than they use it for their advantage. So I think he's gonna be the blueprint for this next generation of like troll rappers. That's what I think.
I mean, look,
perfected social media.
I'd argue that he'll be more impactful with the him going to court and snitching than any of his music, anything else he's done. I think this is his legacy.
I think ultimately niggas probably gonna forget that he snitched. And I know that seems kind of crazy.
I don't think forget, but they gonna get over it.
If he can make this like, they gonna forget about him like the way niggas forgot about Pusha T beating Drake. We know what happened, but nobody really
Ain't nobody forget about that.
Yeah, but nobody really cared.
He murdered fuck out that nigga.
Yes, but no one cares. Like nobody nobody really brings it.
Drake so much. That's different.
Nigga, when you bring it up, everyone's gonna be like, "But Push killed that nigga."
He killed him? How you define killing him? He ended the beef.
Nigga, he murdered 40. He fucking was just disrespectful.
40 probably making more money than Push.
Probably.
Nigga, it was about the bars and the disrespect. Like, he lost that rap battle.
He lost the battle.
Why you want to be a rap purist as it pertains to Drake? But now,
because Drake. Listen. 6ix9ine doesn't make music for lyricists. Pusha T is a lyricist. Drake makes music of that cat. Drake dabbles in all those categories, right? So since Drake wanted to disrespect,
he's a punchline rapper.
He don't even write his own music half the time.
He does not write his own music. He don't.
I'm just saying.
How you gonna call that man a lyricist? He don't write his own shit.
I feel like Drake versus Pusha T is a perfect example of winning the battle, losing the war. Like Drake is winning. What? Drake is winning.
He's not gonna stop that nigga from getting money. Fucking Phil, what you talking about?
What do you mean, Pusha T or
no?
Drake?
Pusha T is not gonna stop Drake from getting money.
No, not at all. But sometimes winning a beef, like for example, 50 and Ja Rule, 50 killed Ja Rule. Ja Rule ain't getting booked nowhere to this day. His legacy is tarnished forever. That didn't happen to Drake.
I don't know. I don't think that's this. I don't.
Bush.
I don't think 50. I don't think 50 killed Ja Rule's career. I don't think that at all.
Bush.
Nobody take him seriously though.
He killed Ja Rule. You know why niggas know he killed Ja Rule?
You know what it was? I think it was more so Eminem being involved than 50 Cent himself. Honestly, I think it was that whole crew.
We should be able to look back. If 50 didn't kill or whatever, or Shady or whatever, if they didn't kill Ja Rule, we should be able to look back and honor what Ja Rule has contributed to the culture and the songs that he made, and just be like, hats off to Ja Rule. Nobody does it.
Nigga, when that song, is that the song he had with J-Lo? Like when that song come on, I played it. I like that song. Like I like that song.
Yeah, we need to give that nigga some credit. Do a versus battle or something with that nigga. He got hits, nigga.
Nigga, hell no. You can use him. Bush. You can use that nigga. Let's do Ja Rule versus 50 Cent. Let's do that.
Yeah, go, Bush.
Ja Rule would stomp the shit out of 50 Cent hit wise, dog.
We already did 50. We already did 50, dog.
Yeah.
Ja Rule versus Eminem.
That's stupid, dog. Why would
Ja
you
would
do
kill
some
Eminem.
What?
Ja would kill Eminem.
Bush, you don't believe that, dog.
I mean,
Take that back.
Y'all don't like that lyrical shit. And if 50, I mean,
Eminem is nothing but lyrical.
Yeah, y'all don't fuck with that. So why you won't fuck with it now?
Say psych right now, though. Say psych.
No, I ain't saying psych at all. A lot of Eminem old shit corny as fuck now. Nigga running around in a Superman costume. Like that shit is trash. Eminem got some real good songs, but the shit y'all gonna look.
Bush been drinking again. Bush been drinking again.
No, we going off of hits, man.
That moonshine.
We going at E&J.
We going off of hits.
Put it down.
We going off of hits, man.
Eminem has more hits than Ja Rule.
Bush, the drunk uncle at the barbecue right
Eminem has more hits than Ja Rule.
Y'all gonna put respect on Ja's name, dog.
That nigga Boo Boo.
Stop. Anyway, let's move on. Fuck it. Let's move on.
I can rap better than Eminem.
I'm done, man.
I'll beat that nigga's ass.
Bush like lyrical
spirit. In your swimming pool. That nigga rap that the BET Awards stuff.